Thank you.
Israel has pulled negotiators from its intelligence agency Mossad out of Qatar. It's blaming a deadlock in negotiations. Let's get more from Ali Hashem. He's joining us live from Doha. So what are you hearing about exactly why those negotiations have come to a halt, Ali?
Well, the negotiations stopped after the end of the first truce that ended on the 30th of November. Now, the Israeli delegation, the Mossad delegation, was asked to leave Doha as per the statement issued by Israel's Prime Minister office. They were joined here by delegations from the United States of America, also a security team, and Egypt, and they were all hosted by Qatar. Now, the first phase saw the Israelis releasing Palestinian women and children detained in Israeli prisons, many of them without even being sentenced, and Hamas releasing a number of Israelis who were taken as captives on the 7th of October. Now the Israelis are requesting that Hamas releases the female military personnel, which Hamas is saying this is not going to be with the same price that was put on in the previous swap. So this was the main issue, especially that there are now categories and different price tags, if it's right to say, for the swaps. In this regard, the negotiations have stopped, but this doesn't mean that it has stopped forever, because the mediation continues and Qatar is still exerting efforts in order to secure another truce in Gaza.
And Ali, there are certainly many countries who want the ceasefire negotiations to restart. The French President Emmanuel Macron has arrived in Doha with that hope.
Well, the French president is hoping to secure the release of 5 dual nationals who are French Israelis, who he believes are taken as captives in Gaza. We don't know actually if they are with Hamas or with any other Palestinian faction. They're seeking the mediation of Qatar in this regard. However, before coming to Qatar, the French president spoke to journalists in Dubai and expressed a big concern towards the continuation of the Israeli war on Gaza. And this is what he had to say.
I think this is the moment when Israeli authorities need to more precisely define their end goals. What does total destruction of Hamas mean? And does anyone think it is possible? If it is the aim, the war will last 10 years. There can be no long-term security for Israel in the region if that security comes at the price of Palestinian lives, affecting public opinion in the region.
Well, this is a different stance from the French president. The French president, who is supposed also to meet with the Emir of Qatar here in Doha, at the beginning of the war, just around 2 months ago, called for an international coalition to fight Hamas. So today, with this stance, with this position, whereas he is asking the Israelis to define their objective with respect to Hamas, whether they want to continue with their objective to destroy Hamas, and as he said, as we heard, this is going to take a decade, or change the objectives. Now, French diplomats who spoke to French media yesterday were saying that Israel is now a prisoner of its own stance. And it seems that this is now the thinking in Paris. And this is why we are witnessing this shift in positions for Macron.
All right, Ali, thank you for that. Ali Hashem with the latest live in Doha. Let's go now to